On the horizon, is there an emerging technology na nakikita nyo na?
They don't understand, they're not familiar with the concept of people going to a foreign country to support their families. We really try to serve them because we know the effort and sacrifice that they do. You shouldn't be afraid to fail. Kasi sometimes failures are stepping stones.
What would be your advice to, halimbawa, OFW na gusto mag-start ng business basing from your own experience? Kamusta? My name is Manong George and I've been here in the UK for over 15 years. Katulad ba kita na isang OFW na nangangarap ng mas magandang buhay? Well, itong podcast ay para sa inyo. Kasi dito sa podcast na to, pag-uusapan natin ang pera in a positive light. Dito kakausap tayo ng mga guest na may magandang diskarte para tulungan tayong umangat sa buhay. Kasi lahat tayong mga nag-abroad, malayo na, pero malayo pa. So again, come and join us here in this podcast, Manifesting with Manong George. Hello, Manong George here, and today we have a very special guest dito sa Manifesting. Alam nyo ba, magaling talaga tayo mga Pinoy. We have talents all over the world, and ang hindi natin alam, we have companies that can compete against world companies na parang nakikipagsabayan talaga tayo. So, today, is very special ang guest natin kasi it's an award-winning fintech company na based dito sa London. Ang kakausapin natin ay yung founder niyan. Alright, so before anything else, pakilala natin siya. So, here we go. Sir, anong pangalan po nila?
Hi, my name is Oliver Calma, pero you can call me Bong. That's my nickname since it's Filipino yung audience natin.
Of
course. We're very with nicknames. So, Bong na lang.
Bong, ayan. So, Sir Bong, bago naging BC Remit, ano po ba ginagawa ninyo? And OFW po ba talaga kayo sadya dito sa UK?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for inviting me.
Oh, naman.
I really appreciate it. So, yung story ko is, yes, to answer your question, I was an OFW, worked in, actually started in the Middle East, and then worked there for about 3 years, then moved here in London, in the UK. No, so in a way, I was an expat. I was an OFW. Background ko is in finance.
Finance talaga.
So that's how I started.
Okay. Pero nung pagpunta niyo po dito, was that for work pa rin or para dun sa dati niyo pinagtatrabahuhan? O bago na?
So it was for yung dati kong employer, which I was with ABS-CBN before, so part ng TFC, the Filipino channel. So we in the Middle East. Tapos after working there nga for a few years, they moved me out here in the UK, sa London, to help manage the European business.
I see. Nako, maganda na pala yung background yun nun. Pero paano naman nangyari na naging BC Remit? Kasi parang marami magsasabi, nasa ABS-CBN pala kayo noon. Okay na yun. Bakit biglang nag-iba kayo ng trajectory?
Yeah, well, kasi I think two things. First of all, ever since I wanted to be an entrepreneur or gusto kong maging negosyante, even when I was back in the Philippines, no? Pero sinuwerte sa work, what I did is, before going into business, I said, work muna ako for maybe 2-3 years. But those 2-3 years, got lucky with worked with a few very good companies. So I worked with Coca-Cola.
Oh, nice.
Before Coca-Cola, I was a stock market analyst. So finance talaga yung background ko. And then after that, I worked for ABS-CBN at the head office. After a few years working there, they offered me to work in the Middle East nga then sa so yun yung naging reason kaya I wanted to go into business, no.
Kumbaga parang kahit siniswerte kayo dun sa employee side, meron pa rin di nawawala na entrepreneurial spirit sa
ever since. So before, sabi ko sa sarili ko, pag 30 na ako, mag-business na ako, parang minsan pag naging comfortable ka sa work mo, I also enjoyed my work, tsaka in fairness to ABS, they took care of us as employees. So nung that didn't happen. Pero nung magpa-40 na ako, I said to myself, pag before ako mag-40 or pag 40 na ako, I have to kasi naisip ko pag nag-retire na ako,
Yes.
when I'm in my 60s or something, I might regret it. So at that time, I decided to take the plunge. Kumbaga.
Wow. Pero nagulat ako, akala ko 40s pa rin kayo.
Ay, maraming salamat. Mamaya, libre kita.
Sabi sa inyo, bolero man ako, di ako sinungaling. But ang magandang tanong dyan is, there, you wanted that. But was it, gusto nyo ba talaga na nasa finance, pero were you ever thinking na remittance yung magiging?
Not in the start. Actually, sabi ko nga sa'yo, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, di ba? So in the beginning, I was looking almost everywhere. To be honest, even pag umuwi ako ng Philippines, I would look at opportunities there. So not necessarily remittance. Siguro nagkataon lang nangyari to is because, number one, because of my background sa finance.
Mm-mm.
Secondly, mahilig ako sa technology.
Yun.
So ever since kahit yung mga ibang it's either on the finance side or in the technology side. So siguro medyo may fit talaga.
Yes.
So but I looked at, to be honest, because it was a long journey, di ba? I was planning it before I would be 30.
Yeah.
And then nung nag-30 na ako, time flies, by the time I realized malapit na ako mag-40.
10 taon na.
So I looked at a lot of things, to be honest. So yeah.
Galing. And then when you talk about, yun nga, I think not a lot of people at that time appreciate that remittance and technology is together. Kasi ako, ang magulang ko nasa US. Lumaki ako, pinadadalhan. So actually, nagpunta kami US, sila, ang alam pa rin nila, pumunta sa, yung sa mga centers.
Yes.
So I think in some ways, you were ahead of your time thinking na, this could move forward from what is physical, naging gana.
Yeah.
But at that time, did you also see a gap in the market po, yung sa mga OFWs? Can you talk us through that?
I saw a gap. First of all, before the gap, I saw the need.
Yes.
I saw when during the early days, a lot of it was still over the counter, diba? Medyo mahal. And then you had to do a lot of paperwork. So that was the first opportunity I saw. And then also here in London, ang maganda sa London, I think this is the best place to start a fintech business. Because I think London's still the fintech capital of the world. So dito nauna yung mga apps, diba?
Yes.
Particularly remittance apps. So I saw them. Then I also tried them when they came along. And I thought about maybe if there's something focused for the Filipino market, mas maganda. Also, I saw na yung dito kasi, di ba, ang mga typical British or European companies, they're not very good in customer service. Eh, ang Filipino, dyan magaling.
Dyan tayo magaling.
So, yun, it's an app, but it's still backed up by very good customer service. So, that's why from the very start, we built our own customer service team, our own call center in the Philippines.
Naku, napakatotoo niya, no? I mean, I also use BC Remit, no? And when people ask me, bakit BC Remit? I always just tell them, dito hindi ka na mahihirapan, hindi ka na mag-nosebleed. Tsaka yung parang, ang isang maganda dun sa napansin ko sa inyo, hindi lang siya basta nagtatagalog, yung maintindihan mo, but they sort of kind of, alam ko na to, ito po ba, ganito po ba? They would ask those questions na, para po ba ito sa ganito? And then pag may struggle, parang, ito po kasi, madali yung usapan na ano. So
that's how we really design it. It's really, aside from the technology there to help you, it's really focused on Filipino, migrant workers or OFWs para makatulong sa kanila. So it's something, kahit online siya, parang meron pa ring personal touch kahit paano, di ba?
Kasi isa yan sa mga nahihirapan yung mga OFW minsan pag kailangan tumawag sa isang malaking kampanya. Of course, minsan nahihirapan silang i-express yung sasabihin nila or merong mga nuance na hindi kailangan na mapadala yan kasi sa magulang ko yan, nasa ospital. Hindi naman, wala namang pakialam sa kabilang sasagot.
Kami hindi.
Yeah nga.
Kami, we really care about our customers. I think one of the things that I did right was to surround myself with people that really cared about yung OFWs, yung mga kapwa Pilipino.
Exactly. Ang ganda.
So, I think that's cascaded throughout the organization.
And
that's what actually isa yon sa mga what I'm happy about.
Yes. I think it shows na very proud kayo dun sa nagawa ninyo. But going back, when was the actual start of BC Remit?
So I started BC Remit back in 2015.
Oh wow.
But we launched mga 2016. It took us about a year and a half to develop the platform, also because it's a regulated business, to apply for the license. Yes. Also in this type of business, yung banking relationships, yung mga ganyan, it's not as easy as any ordinary business na you can go to a branch and open a business account. Medyo iba siya, but ang mahirap talaga is the license and the platform. So it took us about a year and a half to launch it.
A year talaga. So ay mga nag-uumpisa na ganyan, sir. Lalo na panahon noon, 2015, I would say, yung technology natin noon, tsaka ngayon, malayo na. What were one of the most, kumbaga saan kayo parang nahirapan? Was there a time na parang sabi nyo, tama ba itong ginagawa ko? Or was it smooth sailing?
Actually, in a way, kaya siguro, it was good na number one, I was interested. Also, I was a bit naive kasi hindi naman ako tech person. I'm a finance person. Pero I think what was good with me is, ako pag hilig ko, I tend to learn fast.
Okay, yeah.
So dahil hilig ko ang technology, I learned it quite quickly. So yeah, but there were times na parang, ano ba itong ginagawa? Especially when I started, I was just by myself. Parang,
oh wow.
I like yung pag-apply because I didn't have much money naman. So as much as I could do myself, like applying for the license, I did it myself. So I read the regulations.
Grabe pala.
I filled out those long application forms. So yeah, character building ko.
Tsaka maganda yung sinabi nyo na kasi gusto nyo yung motivation nyo nandun, pero minsan talaga may tatama ka dun sa hump na papaisip ka.
Yes.
Grabe. But talking about na-launch nyo na. How was it selling it to our kapwa OFWs? Was it easy? Was it difficult? Kasi ako, ang personal experience ko, meron minsan talaga tayong, weirdly enough, gusto natin ng Pilipino, pero pag Pilipino na yung lumalapit sa atin, parang meron tayong, ay, sure ba tayo dyan? Parang ganun, may ganun eh.
I would say, nung umpisa, syempre, we started with people we know. Yeah. They gave us very good feedback. We continually improved, the platform, the app. No? In the beginning, actually, it was medyo mahirap kasi we started because we really applied technology.
Yeah.
We made it very efficient. Mura siya, especially at that time compared to yung mga, especially over the counter, no? And nung una, maraming sign-ups pero hindi ginagamit.
Yo.
Kasi I think they were curious, pero the fact that they didn't know us, tapos the fact that it was cheap, actually too cheap, baka akala nila scam.
Oh.
So, but, we did a lot of on-ground marketing. Also, yung mga, kasi yung isa sa mga services within the app was the BC Remit app na may SSS, may Pag-ibig, PhilHealth. So we also joined a lot of the activities of the embassy when they do outreach. So doon nakilala. And actually, lumaki ang business during the pandemic.
Oh, of course. Kasi lahat nakakulong.
Yung pandemic, yung mga traditional options,
medyo na.
Yung over-the-counter nga, like Western Union, MoneyGram, no? They were closed, no? So, yung mga dating, nakita namin, yung mga dating nag-sign up na hindi gumagamit,
biglang bumalik.
Started using it. Tapos, I think it was a snowball effect na they told their friends, their family, Tapos, yun, even we grew very rapidly during the pandemic actually. So, even we were surprised, to be honest.
Galing nga kasi alam nyo, ang napansin ko, having a community dun sa atin dito, no, na meron tayong community of nurses, I would say they rate BC Remit once they've used it. Pag nagamit, yun talaga eh. Yun
So
eh.
far naman, what we see is once they start using BC Remit, our customer tends to stick with us. Kasi nga, mura, maganda yung exchange rate, especially, no? At tapos yun, I think it's that peace of mind that we give dahil pag may problema man or may question sila, that 24/7 customer service, 24/7 Filipino customer service that we have.
Yan. And talking about success naman, you've had some awards before na naalala ko nung first tayo how would you say na paano umabot sa ganun? What do the award giving bodies like about BC Remit na hindi nila nakikita sa iba, would you say?
Well, I think first of all dahil hilig nga namin yung technology, we learned it very well. We adopted a lot of technologies that were, even quite ahead of its time. So,
yes.
Aside from cloud technology, we're cloud-based, meaning we use, services like AWS. Not getting too technical, pero also we used blockchain technology quite early to make yung transactions natin ng customers natin faster. It also, because of that technology, it also makes it cheaper, more reliable.
Yeah.
So, yun yung mga nakikita ng mga partners. Kaya siguro na napapansin nila. Because even me personally, hilig ko nga ang technology. Also, from the back of that, and because, yun nga, we took, when the pandemic happened, kasi if we didn't adopt that technology and then the pandemic happened, bigla kaming lumaking mabilis. If we weren't ready, parang parang restaurant din. If hindi
biglang
ready yung kitchen mo, biglang dumami yung dumating, hindi mo masaserve ng mabuti, hindi ka sarap, 'di ba? Mabagal. But because we adopted, technology very earlier on, the right technology for that matter, we were able to take advantage of that growth.
Ang galing kasi parang kanina talagang very evident, very proud ka sa customer service na distinctly Filipino. And then there's that tech na very evident then that you were ahead of your time and you were really using it well. Pero ang maganda, it marries.
Yeah.
Kasi there's a very big risk, I take, with some technology companies na dahil nga techie sila, wala naman na yung human side. Like, yun nga, pag tumawag, sino ba kakausapin ko? Sino ba kakausap? Wala. Pero obviously with BC, it's really something that is, I think you'd be proud of as well. Lalo na, nakita ko yung paglaki nyo nag-umpisa rin tayo. Well, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, gusto ko lang din sabihin, BC Remit was one of the very, very first that supported yung Filipino-UK nurses and Manong George.
You also supported us.
Ayun nga po yung maganda. And I think part of it as well, I want to also expound on is that BC Remit, hindi lang din dun sa space na yun. I see you supporting a lot of communities. Is that really part of, would you say, marketing lang ba yun? Or is it more because you want to help the community as well?
For us, it's really giving back.
Yes.
Parang sa akin, we focus on Filipinos, on OFWs in particular. Kasi, and ako, even when I talk to mga partners namin na mga banks or technology partners, I'm proud that we serve OFWs kasi especially mga Westerners, sabihin na natin. They don't understand, they're not familiar with the concept of people going to a foreign country to support their families.
It's unheard of,
Hindi naman, it's uncommon for them. So, when I tell them about it, these are the customers that we serve. I'm very proud actually. And nakikita nila, they're amazed. They're amazed. No?
Yung scale na ganun pa karami, sabihin nila. And
Ganun karami, tsaka these people, they really, it's a form of self-sacrifice. Really.
Exactly.
That's why kami at BC Remit, we really try to serve them because we know the effort and sacrifice that they do.
So parang talagang ang nakikita ko rin is that you build the trust din talaga of the customers as well. Kasi yun nga you deliver on all fronts, whether that's customer service, whether that's technology, nandun talaga. So I want to ask, how has BC Remit grown from a one-man army na ngayon siguro may army na talaga?
Yeah.
How has it grown through the years po?
Yeah, I would say parang so right now we're about more than 60 in the whole company. From sabi ko nga kanina, we did well during the pandemic here in the UK. From that, medyo, we generated revenues and profits. From there, we used that to expand to Europe. Meron na tayong Europe, may US, may Canada na tayo.
Wow.
We also last year was a big expansion year for us. We're currently present across 24 countries.
Wow.
I think this year we'll be able to add another 7 countries. Hindi pa tayo live sa mga non-Euro countries like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Poland, Romania. So yan, dadagdag natin.
But it's
Tapos,
coming soon, yeah.
Coming soon. Also, we're also applying for a license in Saudi Arabia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we're slowly growing.
Yeah.
We're slowly growing.
And that's amazing, no? Kasi did you ever see yourself na aabot sa ganito? Or did you really see na ang BC Remit nung una, subukan ko lang or paano ba?
Yeah, actually nung una, when people nung naalala ko pa after I left ABS, syempre I would bump into my former colleagues. Inaano ko na, anong ginagawa mo? Kasi minsan makikita nila ako sa mga ano ko lang, hobby ko lang to, parang
hindi nyo pati nabi.
In a way, it was true because I liked it so it was a hobby. Parang kasi hindi ko pa sure at that time kung magagawa ko ba to. So parang ganon. So so it was slowly.
Did you ever think of a backup plan? Sabi mo, babalik ako or ano ba?
Siyempre laging parang I also prepared myself just in case it doesn't pan out, kumbaga.
Yes.
May konti tayong savings. Tsaka ako, I came from humble beginnings naman. Parang kung hindi, sabi ko sa sarili ko, kung hindi man maging successful, I could always go back, or try something else. Actually, ako sa akin, ng isang lesson ng being an entrepreneur, being in business is, parang you shouldn't be afraid to fail.
Yun.
Kasi sometimes failures are stepping stones.
Yun talaga.
Parang ganon. So, dapat wag ka matakot.
Bago tayo mag-dive in, quick shoutout muna sa sponsor ng episode na ito, BC Remit. Bilang OFW, alam mo yung pakiramdam, katatapos lang ng sahod, tapos biglang, ping! Text from Pinas! Kailan ka magpapadala? Hindi naman tayo sa nagre-reklamo. Kaya nga tayo nandito sa abroad para sa ating mga pamilya. Pero minsan, pag nagpapadala ka, ang taas ng fees. Tapos ang tagal pa ng dating. Nakaka-stress, diba? Kaya dito sa Manifesting, we trust BC Remit. Filipino-owned, ginawa to mismo para sa atin ng mga OFW. Whether nasa UK ka, USA, Canada, Spain, or kahit saan sa EU, diretso ang padala mo sa Pilipinas. GCash, Coins.ph, bank transfer, cash pickup, kung ano ang convenient sa pamilya mo, kaya yan. And dito sa Manifesting, we believe in investing in our OFW future. This means keeping your SSS and pag-ibig consistent. May BC Remit Pay rin sila para dyan. So kahit nasa ibang bansa na tayo, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang contributions natin. Our future you will thank you. Promise. Mabilis, mura, siguradong dumarating. And here's the Manong George deal. Kung bagong user ka ng BC Remit, gamitin mo ang ating code PinoyUK, 5 pounds off sa fees mo, plus special rate pa sa first transfer mo. Sulit na sulit, diba? So download the BC Remit app, use the code PinoyUK, and your first transfer is free. Links are in the show notes. Safe, on time, siguradong dumarating with BC Remit. Siguro kasi dahil yun nga ang failure ang big word no? Parang pag narinig mo, wala na, katapusan ko na ba? Pero to be honest, sabi mo nga, failure is a stepping stone. But always remember that nobody gets it perfectly.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang
Ako,
lahat
dami.
naman.
It's parang if you want to be an entrepreneur in kahit sa work, you have to be resilient, diba? Grit lang talaga.
Grit lang talaga. Walang bibitaw, ano? So, talking about that, the OFW community that we all serve and we are all in, ano yung nakikita mong pinaka-concern nila sa remittances pag nagpapadala sila? Ano yung mga parang sabihin nila, ito talaga kaya ako nagpapadala? Ano yung mga nakikita nila?
I think, well, the usual one, syempre, yung cost.
Yes.
Particularly yung exchange rate, tsaka transfer fee, also the speed. But I think also, dahil nga they support their families back home, I think equally, if not more important, is yung dapat sigurado. Diba? Kaya kami sinisigurado namin. Kaya may bago kaming tagline, siguradong dumarating. Kasi we'd like to, ang objective namin is, aside from giving, low cost, fast remittance service, is that we also want to give that peace of mind na siguradong darating yung much needed remittance to their families back in the Philippines.
Totoo yan. Kasi minsan pag nag-uusap nga kami ng wife ko, kailangan natin kumuha ng insurance. Bakit? Peace of mind, mahal eh. Diba?
That's true.
Pero, with BC Remit, it's affordable. Yun yung maganda.
Yeah. So,
yun yung maganda. Kasi yun nga, sabi nyo nga, siguradong dumarating. And ako personally, I've used BC Remit a few times. Wala pa akong naging problema. Actually, ang nagiging problema ko is ipapadala ko talaga. Yun talaga. Unfortunately, wala tayong solusyon.
Sa amin, especially, kaya marami sa mga customers namin, yung pag nagpadala sila ng malaki. Yan, kasi yan, pag ganon, sometimes we need, as part of yung, dahil nga regulated business, for really large amounts, we may need some supporting documents. So, madaling i-coordinate sa amin.
Totoo. Kasi
or just in case, ano ba status, nakuha na ba ni ganito? So, madaling
madaling kausap, Yan din ang importante kasi. Beyond sending money, what do you think is also yung naibibigay ng companies like BC Remit sa ating community as an OFW? Ako personally, one thing that when people talk to me and ask me about BC Remit, one thing I always say is, nakaka-proud na merong kumpanya nga tulad niya. Kasi literally, you're going head to head with the big wigs. Kasi yung big wigs, kung mag-sponsor, makikita naman natin, flashy talagang gano'n. But BC Remit, it's always been there over 10 years. So para sa akin, nakaka-proud. Pero kayo, ano sa palagay niyo yung naidadagdag niyo sa general OFW community?
Well, sa amin, yun nga, it's that Filipino touch. Like, yung sabi mo kanina, it's yung technology na nasasabayan natin yung if not minsan, mas nauna pa tayo yung mga big companies, no? In terms of the technology that we have. But I think what's unique, and it's unique for Filipinos, yung hindi nawawala yung personal touch. Diba? So I think that's one thing that we give to our mga kababayans. Also, in terms of services naman, unique ang BC Remit that it goes beyond just sending money. Meron tayong what we call yung BC Remit Pay, parang value-added services namin. So, our customers can send or pay their SSS payments directly, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, yung mga property payments nila or any bills, Philippines, they can do it there. Which gives them, the way we see it, gives them more control on their money.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi kaya na-develop namin yon. One insight was, like yung SSS, dati daw pinapabayad nila sa relative nila sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
Minsan dahil hindi nababayad. So
totoo naman yan, nangyayari.
So at least ito, they can pay it directly. Meron pang receipt talaga that we send them an email na proof na nabayaran nila yung SSS nila. Tsaka yung system natin is directly connected with SSS. So mabilis ma-update yung payment.
Yeah, and I think kasi ang SSS, correct me if I'm wrong, meron na rin silang online portal, no? So they could see it immediately
Yes.
being reflected. So that's amazing
Same
talaga.
thing sa Pag-ibig, which is a good, yung savings rate ng Pag-ibig,
Yung MP2.
MP2, yeah,
Yes.
it's very good. So they can access that savings through BC Remit. They can top it up or also yung sa PhilHealth din, yung mga ganun, no? And yung property payment, like yung a lot of the property companies endorse BC Remit na rin.
Yes.
Kasi nga mabilis pag yung sa ano bang tawag doon? In down payment, yung
Yeah,
reservation fee.
Reservation fee nila.
Mabilis. May proof sila through the receipt, ganyan. Tsaka even the monthly payments, no?
So what I see is talaga, no, yung BC Remit was designed for the need of the OFWs.
Yeah,
talaga,
it's really designed and built around the OFW in mind. Yun naman, I think, ang ano natin.
Yun talaga.
From the start.
So, going back, ano sa palagay niyo, sir, yung pinaka malaking milestone niyo so far?
I think, for me, first of all, I think we're just getting started.
Galing. Yeah,
We're just
maganda.
getting started. But so far, I think yung expansion to last year was a great year for us, 2025.
Mhm.
We expanded to the EU.
Yeah.
So right now we're live across 20 markets. There are 20 countries. We have 7 more to go. We're also operating in the US, and our newest market is actually Canada.
Amazing. Oo nga, naalala ko pag
So I
mini-message
think so
kita.
far those are the milestone. But we're just getting started.
Getting started. Kasi nga, sasabihin ko nga sana, yung pag mini-message kita last year, pre, nasa ano kasi ako, lagi wala ka dito sa UK. Lagi ko, nasa na kaya na naman sila? But kaya nga ako, natutuwa ako na pinaunlakan mo kami kasi I'm really sure you're so busy.
No, it's
yun lagi. Pero ang nakakatuwa din, we bump into each other sa mga events.
Yes.
Nakita tayo sa Cornwall, nakikita tayo kung saan. And I think this is something na unique din with BC Remit is kasi may iba pag sinabi, I'm the founder, I'm the owner. Hindi ko na makikita, di ba? Pero you actually personally go to communities.
Yeah.
And one thing that I see, and hindi naman sa nambobola ako dahil guess kita ngayon, but I see you talking with people. Isang para sa akin, that's something very, very, kumbaga, unique at this day and age na, you find time. Ang galing nga Pero, yan. So, you talk about getting started. What is your vision for BC Remit in the future? So, shall we say 5-10 years? Mag-iiba ba? Ano ba mag-iiba? Lalaki ba? Ano sa palagay?
Yeah, like I said, I think we're just getting started. We're expanding to, I think yung first for us is we'd like to grow as big as we are in the UK, if not more, in our new markets.
Yes.
In Europe, US, Canada, tapos launch in Saudi Arabia, expand in the Middle East. Marami pa, maybe Australia. You'll never know.
You never
A
know.
lot of things to come. We also continually adopt new technologies.
Yes.
For the benefit of our customers. Everything we do is for our customers. So a lot more to come for us.
On the horizon, is there an emerging technology na nakikita nyo na hindi pa yung pwede ba nating sabihin na baka dito tayo mapadpad na? Kasi I've heard of, ako to be honest, hindi ko naiintindihan masyado yung mga Bitcoin, ganyan. Is that something that I don't know. Kasi finance is diverse din.
Yeah. Right now we use blockchain technology, but on the back end. So
Yes.
our customers, they pay us in sterling, ng pounds, no? Tapos we pay in pesos. Sa background yung ano ba? I think it's I think it's very early days, but I think there will come a time that the mas kikita nasa front kasi ngayon nasa back end.
Yeah.
Baka there will come a time that I don't know when exactly. So
Yes.
we will do it slowly but surely for the benefit of customers, no? Ang focus namin is, though I like technology, ang ano pa rin talaga is the customer. What benefits the customer?
Yes.
Diba? So maybe there will come a time that we will push yung let's say yung digital assets
Yes.
directly to the customers, but I think that's still a few years.
Malayo-layo pa.
Yes,
But it's there.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Kasi I was in Switzerland not so long. Nakita ko parang sa ATM available na yung pwede silang mag-encash ng yun nga ng ano ba tamang term? Ang alam ko lang hanggang Bitcoin lang talaga.
Yeah, Bitcoin is the main.
So parang sabi ko, pwede na palang gano'n. And sabi ko, wow, it's coming.
So ngayon kasi ang Bitcoin is still volatile.
Yes.
Ganon. So it's something that, but like ako personally hilig ko. So it's something we study.
Yes.
Yung partners namin already deal with it. They're offering us, pero sabi namin,
teka lang.
pag ready na yung mga customers namin.
Galing. Talagang bumabalik sa customers.
Yeah, it's always for the benefit of the customer. It's everything, the technology, the customer service, everything we do is built around them. What benefits them? Kasi if we serve them well, they will use the app, they will use the service.
Babalik lang talaga. Amazing. So Sir Bong, kasi dito sa manifesting, isa dun sa mga feedback sa amin ng mga viewers natin, they're very interested in, katulad niya, may entrepreneurial spirit, maraming Pilipino, ganyan eh. Parang di ba nito lang 2 years ago, parang may lumabas na article ang sabi, pinakamarami daw na foreign-owned businesses sa UK ay mga Pinoy daw yung owner. Sabi ko nga, nasan yung mga businesses na yan? Sabi ko. But what would be your advice to yung, halimbawa, OFW na gusto mag-start ng business basing from your own experience?
For me, I think, first of all, basta entrepreneur, I have big respect because I know it's not easy. But so ang advice ko, you find something that you like to do. Kasi if you like doing it, like you tend to stick with it even during the difficult times.
Yun eh.
Kasi hindi naman lahat easy eh. Educate yourself, find something that you really like doing, and then maybe there's a business around it, prepare yourself para mag-ipon ka, surround yourself with good people that can help you out.
Exactly.
But also number one is grit.
Yun talaga.
Grit. You should be resilient.
Kasi a lot of people maybe na doon naman sa network ko would message me, kailan ba yung tamang time? Kasi business is always a risk. How would you answer that? Kailan ang tamang time naman to jump on, sabi nyo nga tumalon ka na.
I think to some respect, there's no right time. Eh. I think you just have to prepare yourself. Yun, like ako, before I took the plunge, I saved some money para because alam ko, the first few years ng business, walang income, diba? So may savings. So just prepare yourself, do your research, sabi nga nila, and then just do it. Kasi sometimes pag ginagawa mo na, even some of the opportunities breaks will also come in, opportunities will come in na kumbaga, you will create your luck. Diba? If you do it, you will create your luck. Yeah, I believe in that.
Tsaka yung sinabi mo kanina na grit, so staying at it even when it's hard, I think there's an element of consistency there na pag yan, makikita yan. Hindi ka nagtatrabaho para makita ng tao, pero it will show.
Yeah.
And then yun nga yung sinasabi mo, you create your luck. Kasi opportunity sometimes, yung sabi nga nila, it has to be matched by hard work. Kasi yun yung formula to meet success. Opportunities and hard work.
Consistency. Dapat consistent.
Kailangan lagi talaga.
Keep at it. Yeah.
Galing. Ayan. So with OFWs in mind, meron ba kayo nakikitang mga habits ng OFW about money na sana naisip nyo, sana it could be better? Ayan. Kasi nandiyan kayo sa space na nagpapadala sa tayo, ayun, nakikita nyo.
Yeah. ano ba? Ako sa akin, I think maybe parang invest, invest, do more investments. I mean, doesn't have to be again consistency. Kahit maliit lang. Let's
Maliit
say
lang.
you put aside, let's say 10% lang of your monthly salary. Basta consistent.
Yeah.
Then you invest it like dito sa UK tayo, meron tayo yung ISA allowance.
Yes, maraming access dito sa financial
So yung
products.
ISA yung ISA for people that don't know, it's actually if you invest on that using your ISA allowance. And marami niyan, even mga online platforms, meron na. The income derived from that, the capital appreciation, if you do stocks or investment ISAs, hindi taxable. It will slowly grow. Ang maganda kasi sa savings, or there's also a savings ISA if you're a bit more risk averse, no? Yung compounding, term namin sa finance,
That's right.
parang yung savings, yung pera, parang through the years, hindi mo napapansin.
Lumalaki
Because of
na
compounding, lumalaki. So I think yun yung isang advice ko na mag-save, especially if they want to have a business, help yourself first before you help others.
Ganda. Kasi I think yan din yung sinabi mo kanina na sabi mo nga ang mga Western colleagues natin, they find it slightly odd that we sort of put ourselves in a lot. For other...
Actually, pag kinakwento ko, na-amaze sila eh. Na-amaze sila. Tsaka gusto ko kasi, ako kasi believe ako sa mga OFWs. Kasi, di ba? Kasi kapwa Pilipino natin yan.
Of course.
Gusto ko maging ganun din sila. And, pag nakakwento ko, nakikita ko na na-amaze sila. Na, uy, may ganyan pala. Parang napaka selfless ng mga tao, di ba?
Totoo yan. And ang downside naman is there's that risk. Yes.
Too much of anything is not good. So balance lang dapat.
Kaya nga, kasi yung hindi na rin naman, kumbaga, masakit, hindi na uncommon yung kwento na I gave everything pag-uwi ko or hindi na ako makauwi kasi wala na akong walang natira. So yan talaga. Naku, ang drama pala nung pinaka natin. Huwag naman sa ganun. But, pero isang madramang tanong, no? What would you say would you like to leave as a legacy pag sa through BC Remit? Ano yung gusto mong parang, if they could remember one thing about BC Remit, what would it be?
I think it's parang parang hopefully something Filipinos can be proud of. Parang ganun kasi nga it's not, I think dahil swerte kami na we were able to build this dahil hiling namin yung technology. And I hope it becomes a good example. Hopefully it will inspire others. Kasi actually, I don't want to give my age, pero matagal na ako sa abroad.
Yes.
I've worked in the Middle East, sabi ko nga, across Europe. Maganda sa work ko. I wasn't just based here in the UK. I work across in Spain. May branch kami sa Italy, Actually, magaling ang Pilipino eh.
That's true. That's very
diba? Like ako, background ko, finance. Pag may nakakausap, mga kilala kong mga nagiging accountant or even mga bankers for here in the UK or in the US, sila yung mga magagaling. So magaling ang Pilipino. Hopefully, mas dumami pa na maging, I think magaling din ang Pilipino even outside the Philippines if they become entrepreneurs here. Kasi, alam mo, isa sa mga nag-encourage sa akin, hindi ko nabanggit kanina, is yung nag-encourage sa akin magnegosyo. Kasi the environment here in the UK, it's actually a lot easier.
That's true.
To start a business here than in the Philippines. Like, for instance, BC Remit. Ang capital requirement ng isang remittance company sa Philippines, alam mo magkano?
No idea.
So it's about 50 million pesos. So about dati wala pa naman ako ganon. in the UK, you can the capital requirement is £20,000.
Oh, wow. Ang
Diba, ang
layo.
layo.
Ang
Diba?
layo
So
talaga.
also it's a lot easier to set up a business.
Yes.
You know,
Online lang, di ba?
online lang. So that also encouraged me, and I think it's alamin lang yon, understand lang yon ng mga kapwa Pilipino natin, and then inject nila yung Filipino ingenuity.
Yes.
Di ba? Madiskarte ang Pilipino.
Diskarte. Actually, wala
Diba?
nga tayong English translation ng diskarte. Talagang
Oo nga, no?
dumaano tayo Talagang mag-a-adjust tayo sa kaya
So I think kaya. I think hindi lang tayo magiging magaling. Alam ko, in terms even in the nursing field, in the medical field, maraming, di ba, they look up to Filipino.
That's right.
Ako, yung mga kilala kong bankers and accountants, you know, they look up to Filipinos. I think if a lot more people will try, I think, Filipinos can also be very successful entrepreneurs. Both in the Philippines and here.
Tama. Naku, napaka-inspiring naman. So, Sir Bong, lahat ng aming guests, tinatanong namin ito. Kasi manifesting, as I mentioned to you, is a term we coined with money and the term manifest, to project in the future. So, all of our guests, we ask, para sa inyo, ano po ba ang manifesting?
Well, manifesting, yeah. So, I think, for me, money is kasi, di ba? Money is tayo kasi parang gusto yung parang ang objective is maraming pera.
Yes.
Pero actually, money is a tool. It's a means to an end.
That's right.
Sa ang undergrad ko economics kasi, so sa economics ang money is a utility. So it's something you use to meet your objective. So I think you should treat it as such, parang so you make it parang don't make it the end goal, but make it parang part of yung mga inputs mo to reach your goal, diba? So I think you should identify ano bang goal mo sa buhay, ano bang gusto mong yung hopes and aspirations, kumbaga. Maybe it doesn't entail much money.
That's right.
Diba? So you just I think manifesting is not just focusing on money, but focusing more on the holistic, ano bang objective mo sa buhay. And making money if it's needed, a tool to reach your objective in life.
Galing. Nako, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, BC Remit is one of the best remittance companies dito sa UK. So kung di nyo pa nagagamit, try nyo na. And of course, we want to thank the founder, si Sir Oliver Bong Calma. Yan. Yan ang idol natin sa ganitong galawan kasi iba talaga yung na-reach nila, and as you can see, very humble. Lagi niyang pina-front na it was his team that got him there, got them all
but
there.
it's really true. I'm very lucky that I surrounded. I think more than brilliant, it's people that really care about customers.
Yun.
I think yun. And sabi ko nga, ang sinasabi ko sa team is, as we grow, siyempre medyo lumalaki na, dapat isa sa mga key objectives natin is we shouldn't lose that sense of care. Kasi minsan, di ba, pag nadesensitize ka na,
yes.
di ba, baka parang masyado na all about business, parang gano'n, the KPIs,
yes,
di ba, key performance indicators. Sa akin, I think let's always remind ourselves na yung sense of care hindi mawala. And again, I think ang nangyari kasi sa amin, nung nag-start kami, yung people around me, and na-include ko na rin sarili ko, na we really care about the customers. Tapos it cascaded kahit dumami kami. So nasusustain pa namin yun. So re-remind ko lagi yung team na even as we grow, kahit 100 na yung tao or more, dapat hindi mawala yun.
Amazing. Sir, sana marami pa kayong ma-inspire and mabuhay po kayo.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you.